When you label yourself as a twin flame, you're really programming every cell of your being with all those online stories, all the hardships, the runner chaser, the dynamic that it's hard to be with your twin flame. So today I'm going to talk to you about 3 reasons why you should lose the twin flame label. So on this Ascension journey, as we elevate ourselves through this twin flame process and activation, we are automatically connected to the idea of transforming or redefining relationships. That also means that we're changing outdated belief systems, both conscious and unconscious, that have been pulling us out of alignment with the idea that we are separate from everything and that we and our own truth doesn't matter. So when you do connect to that label of the twin flame journey, you're really just putting yourself in the position of the stereotype of what we see in society, and to know that it's time to let go of those stories, those beliefs, and those ideas that have to be distorted, that are no longer part of the history of even the twin flames. What we've known twin flames to be is totally different than what it is now. We're on a bandwidth of ascension, and everyone is going up in their collective process. And so obviously a twin flame will activate you to help you become your best version. And that's what the whole journey is about. But we read stories about how it's about the idea is to master that relationship. That is true. But knowing that really that relationship resides in you. And until you create that within yourself, and if you're going to label anything and anyone your twin flame, it needs to be, I am my twin flame. It's very important to remember that you're the alchemist of your reality. You can co-create the experience you want. If you find that love inside of that twin flame dynamic within yourself and you harmonize that union within yourself that I keep teaching and talking about, then technically you're going to have the relationship you desire because it exists inside of you. And therefore, you can let go of those limitations, those beliefs, and you don't have to attach to those things so that you then become the person that you believe you deserve such a relationship, and don't give your power away to anything outside of that. And then whoever matches your own template is going to align with you, and you are going to come into the highest version of not only yourself, but the highest version of a relationship, which is a true connection of the true twin flame journey. So the first way that you can lose that label is choose to detach from all of these illusions that we're talking about. Choose to take accountability for the relationship you have within yourself, to believe that there is truth to this journey, and to create your own truth, your own beliefs, your own desires, your own concepts of what this means to you, because that is the truth of why you came here. It's important to understand that the purpose of the whole twin flame journey is for us to create not only collective consciousness, collective oneness, unified love and unity, but it does not take that relationship to experience that. And so if you're still focusing on that fairy tale, that you think that, it's all about the relationship and you're giving your power away and you're still caught in that runner chaser loop, knowing that that is inside of you, and you then need to find that balance in yourself. And there's so many parts to that. First of all, when you detach from that illusion and you take responsibility and you can begin to look at all of what's happening around you, that it's happening for you, not to you, then you can begin to collect the fragments of yourself. You can begin to be open and willing to lean into the mirrored reflections of what the experience or what the person is teaching you. And to know that regardless of who or what or the label, they're doing their job. And they're showing up as a teacher that you soul contracted with to do a couple things. To clear your past that's blocking you, that is the unconscious and conscious limitations that you are attached to within yourself that need to be seen, felt, to heal it. And most of the time, you don't want to face the pain. And that's what you're running from. They're only triggering the pain in you of the sides of yourself you've not been willing to see. And so rather than, basically, chasing them is running from yourself. And it's creating the illusion that you can only have the experience with that person when you can have it inside. So I created the Twin Flame Relationship playlist series. So make sure to check out the link above or below that, because in that information, I give you a lot of details, a lot of information on more of the true purpose of this journey, more of the bigger picture of what we're doing collectively, and more about the ascension process of this and the true meaning that lies way beyond the relationship, and that why you contracted in this point in time in history to be a part of a collective shift that's transforming humanity and bringing and ushering in a new way to love from the inside out. If you're struggling from detaching, I really invite you to join me for my new program, my Accelerate Your Ascension coaching mentorship. I have a beta launch special you can check out below. And there is some special discounts that you can check out in the link below that is available through January 31st that you save on an already marked down investment of 50% off the regular price. But if you're struggling from becoming that highest version of you and you're really ready to step into your new identity, that program is going to help you walk in power in all areas of your life. It includes live coaching with myself, and I aim to help you reclaim your aspects so you can find that wholeness and become your authentic self. And it's going to really help you accelerate your ascension to the point where you can confidently be free and from your limitations and move forward. That as we do so through a process of coaching, courses online, and then community, that we bring those things together to help you transform your life, live your highest reality. And I look forward to seeing you there. Check out the information. The second important thing to lose the label would be to let go of a specific person that you believe to be your twin flame. Now, when I say that, that doesn't mean they're not, okay? But what it does mean, you need to let go of everything you've projected onto them that you desire and that you've wanted and that you've expected that outcome to be with them. When you stay projecting onto them everything you see, believe, desire, and these labels, it can become toxic when you are then placing outside of yourself, needing that fix from them to fill that void within. And it may be that, maybe it's not in this lifetime. It may be that they are not of your highest good. It may be they are not the one you think they are, that they could just be helping you claim a fragment of yourself that's getting you prepared for the next version of you that's going to be a higher version. And they're only then triggering a wound within you to help you see, feel, and heal, like I said before, but that's going to actually, in the trigger, is going to re-trigger any traumas from previous experiences in your childhood wounds or previous relationships that you need to identify their patterns with, that you can use this experience and you can use this person to help you heal and transform yourself from the inside out. But if you continue to project onto that specific person, then you are giving your power away, number one. And number two, you are then separating yourself from the idea that it's inside of you. And then that's separating you from your highest version, which is separating you from the experience that is a higher experience awaiting you. It can be super hard to let go. I get it. I've done it multiple times through my revolving door. But what is so important to understand about the pain of letting go is when you let go of them, you're not just letting them go, which is actually the unconditional love part of it, and seeing the gift in what they're giving you by collecting that fragment within yourself and that part of yourself you would not have saw otherwise, which is a gift, which makes it painfully beautiful. But when you let go of them, the biggest part of pain that you experience from that is letting go of the side of your own self that is dysfunctional. And when you can release the dysfunction through their experience with this particular person and be open to being, okay, I deserve love. I desire X, Y, Z, and I know I can have it because I'm the co-creator of my life, and you're pulling it back into power, and you believe that, and you become that, and you live that out from who you are, because if you want what you want within inside of that person, you have to become what you want within that person. And so you need to sit down and look at what is it you want in the person. And now you become what that is, and it's not missing from you. And then you're going to attract who that is for yourself. If you'd really like more ways for you to be able to learn how to let go, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you know when all my videos and content come live, because I have lots of videos and information that I plan to share with you to help you become your best self. So hit that bell so you know when it comes live. So the third thing you can do to let go of those labels would be to detach from prior experiences. I invite you at this very moment to wipe your slate clean, to choose new experiences going forward, to choose to give yourself the permission to allow what it is you want, and to choose to let go of even the dysfunctional side of this. Because that dysfunction and those patterns and those loops are keeping you looped into cycles that's preventing you from going forward, because you're focusing on the old problem. You're also focusing on the outcome you want. And again, that goes back to you're creating the projection of your desires that then is becoming what you want in them that you see, but they don't have, or they may not be able to fulfill that for you. And now you have an expectation that you've put on them, that you expect something in return. And that sets the whole experience up for failure. And one of the things I see a lot is people having the fear that when they get this connection, that they're never going to have a better connection than this. And therefore they just kind of sit back and be like, well, if I can't have this person, then I'm not going to have anything or with anyone, because I won't settle for less than that. Here's what I would tell you. Every time I attracted a new part of myself, it was more of a twin flame experience than the last. And it was more of myself at that version than the last. And each time, and I didn't try this, is one person spun out of place, another person out of nowhere would spin back in, a few would recycle. And I began to have experiences from two sides that was literally helping me shift my polarities within myself. And they were coming from both my masculine and feminine energy inside of me. And so in the energy of that, it's bringing balance to you. And if you stay attached to the bubble love or the pain or the idea and these stories that we talked about and the experience you've had with this person, and look at it as the end all be all and the only way to experience what it is you desire, then that is keeping you stuck and limited. And when you do that, when it comes to the twin flame label, and you are looking at all these experiences you've experienced from it, and you're relating them to every other person's experience out there, again, you are then collectively pulling all that negative energy into the pool of all the collective twin flames, versus choosing to say, I can basically detach from that chaos and I can create my own experience, and I'm going to pull back my power. So really choose to detach from all the previous experiences, good or bad, that's going to free you up to go forward with more of what you desire. I have a playlist that's a twin flame detachment playlist, so make sure to check that out, because if you're really struggling from detaching from your experiences and the person and all of the emotions and the outcomes to that, that playlist can really give you a lot of tips, tools, and techniques that can help you release and surrender all of those outcomes and the experiences. Labeling yourself negates who you are. And in most cases, as I said, it's literally giving your power away. So I invite you to truly, truly choose to let go of the stories, let go of the labels, to no longer let any of what's going on out there dictate your reality, because you can create your own reality. And you're reading this information, and obviously when it comes to, say, me coming here to share this information, I have to show up and share it the way you guys hear it, as far as the title of Twin Flame, right? And there's not that it's not real, but when you literally identify with that vibration of what it's said to be out there, you are taking and adopting all the old programs out of that. And that's activating the cells in your body, in your being. And then you're living out something that you don't even have to live out because of the frequency of the idea and your belief system to what that label means. All that said, this is not to say you are not a twin flame, and it's also not to say you won't end up with your twin flame, but it can help you separate from the illusions and help you separate from the person that might be blocking you and the experiences that you're hanging on to that's preventing you from having new experiences. And to know, again, there could be somebody out there that is your highest match, but you are to remember who you are at the core of your being and to love that person and become that person. And then you're going to match the person you contracted with here in this time, in this space, in this reality, to live out the dance within and dance around you that can be a beautiful experience if you will just surrender into it. Thank you for watching, and may you always face your fears, find freedom, and glow forward on fire. Make sure to like, comment, and share the shine. I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.